Hello, my fine friend. How are you feeling? I've been musing over many thoughts lately, and this one has come to surface. And the thought and the many thoughts that go with this, as well as the feelings, are ones I want to share with you. How do you feel when you ask somebody to steal something? Curious question, right? But you've done it! And in fact, you do it every day. I bet you do it more than 5 to 10 times a day. So here's where I'm going with this. I, in several months past, caught myself asking to steal a little bit more chips, a little bit more guac, a little bit more of Legos when playing with the kids. A little bit more paper towel. Excuse me, or not even that. I'm gonna steal some more of your guac. I'm gonna steal a little bit more of this. How many of you do that? Don't lie. I know you do it on a daily. Here's why I think this is a problem. Your words are meaningful. And when I caught myself doing this several months ago, because this is something I no longer do, I don't like it. I don't like doing it because for me, it reminded me of a bit of a poor me syndrome. And I'm not saying that's your case, but isn't it weird that we ask to steal a little bit more of, or we ask to steal something? Isn't that kind of interesting? Isn't that kind of curious? I think so. Here's what I've come to notice within myself when I asked to do that. 1, you can't ask to steal something. When you ask to steal something, you're asking for permission. And when you asked to do it, when I asked to do it, I wasn't really asking for permission. Nor was I actually permitting myself the ability to do it. I was just using it as a bypass, a redirecting of feelings, and it doesn't really make sense. Here's what I've learned within myself when I asked, and I recently came up with these thoughts. When I asked to steal for something, I had to think about this. Was I asking permission differently? Or was I recusing myself the inability or the shame of asking it? But this was my bypass. This was my way of asking for it in a way where I didn't have to seek permission and I could just take it anyway. What was I really doing? I was playing small. And what I was doing was actually diminishing a piece of myself every time I did that. That's what I found. And I also didn't feel like I felt like I was enough. And that I wasn't able to take up the space for which I was in. So I was playing small in a way. I was less confident about my ability to even ask for something that I really wanted. Why was that? And it goes deep. It goes deep. I was unable to ask for what I really wanted because I didn't feel like I deserved it. That's what it comes down to. You don't really feel like you deserve it, but you are going to test to try to see if you can. The energy that I put into doing that didn't really come out with the result that I wanted, because when I got it anyway, it didn't only feel like it was mundane. It felt like I did it. Like I actually stole it. but I thieved. This is a new word, trying out. I actually robbed myself of the ability to actually feel like what it would feel like to be confident and ask for what I wanted. I wasn't actually claiming what I really wanted out of the fear of being rejected. See, that's where it is. So I felt the fear of being rejected. And in a way, people pleasing or softening my approach, but still trying to get what I wanted in a little way of manipulating it. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? Isn't it funny what we come up with when we talk, when we communicate? See, words have power. Words have lots of power. And in my case, thinking about why people ask this particular question really was curious for me. And more curious as to why I had adopted this up until about a year ago, doing it. And it never really felt right for me to ask for something that in that way. See, what you're doing is you fear rejection. You fear that someone else is not going to like you for taking up space or wanting more. But you don't actually feel like you're enough, that you're confident to ask for what you want. So you do it in a way where you dim your own light and you dim down and you deprive yourself, you thief from yourself, you rob yourself of what it actually could feel like to stand in your power. Okay? I invite you to come with me on this. Stop telling people that you would like to steal something. The first thing is you can't ask for permission to steal something. That is taking something. Secondly, if you are actually stealing something, you are depriving someone else as well as yourself of something that you can't actually have. That right there is a really interesting thought. I can't actually have this, so I'm going to take it in a way where I am energetically not allowed to have it. And I don't think that I'm actually meant to have this. I'm going to forcefully, because I don't trust my ability to be able to let it come to me organically. Therefore, I have to seek it in a way that is unnatural from somebody else. And when it comes to me, I'm going to take it. But when you receive it, you don't actually get the energy, you don't actually receive the energy that once was attached to what it was. You don't really receive that fulfillment of what that is, because you have removed and disconnected from the energy of what was. And as I sit here and think of that, I wonder what else I have done, not using those words, or said, that has, in a way, used words to unconsciously manipulate or get what I want. So this is a reflection point for me. What do you think of that? When you ask yourself that same question, have you been a thief of your own joy? Have you not enjoyed the fulfillment of having something after having stolen it? Have you been missing the connection piece to whatever that was, due to the way that you have taken it. Now, I want to tell you something. This is not a point or a dialogue around what you're meant to have or not have. This is simply asking you, because I'm asking me when I ask this too, let's ask ourselves, why do we continue to ask for things that we do not really intrinsically feel we can have? We don't trust ourselves. We don't trust ourselves because we don't feel confident with our ability to be able to receive it in a way organically over time. However that is, we don't trust our own ability to be able to do that. We feel small, and therefore we don't feel like we're enough. So that's what happens. Now, I like to remind people when they ask to steal something that they're not actually stealing it. If they ask for permission, take it, ask for it. Because what I'm asking them to do is to reflect, to think, but they're still on this autopilot, I'm going to take it anyway. Plug into the words you use. They have power. Connect with who you are when you ask for something. Do you genuinely want it? Or are you just going about it in a way where you think that you're going to get it because that's the way you've always done it? Or are you doing it in a way because you don't feel like you're truly confident that you can have it? So you're going to bypass all that and do it anyway. See, there's no rhyme or reason for you to do that like you are trying to just get it, to receive it, but you're doing it in a way where you don't really feel like you could have it. I'll leave it there. The firemen went by. They're monitoring the river. Good for them. Talk to you soon. Let's do this.